Hey, this is Tara Porter from Methodical Blogger, and I wanted to show you the editorial calendar system that I use. And I'm such a visual person, so I thought a video would help me to be able to at least walk you through so you can see this in action and see how I've been able to use this. So this is the CoSchedule editorial calendar, and I'll be honest, there are times in my business when I've used it, and then there are times when I stop because I go, oh, it does have a cost to it. Oh, maybe I can do this for free in some way. And I always come running back to it. I just can't go without it. And I've heard the same from other bloggers who swear by it. It truly houses my brain. It's amazing. So let me show you the different ways that I'm able to use this calendar. So one of the big ways is tracking when my blog posts are scheduled to go up. So you'll see here, I kind of have my month laid out, posts that are coming up, and I'm actually able to color code it. So usually Wednesdays are blog posts that are specifically geared towards people who are brand new to blogging and they want something to just walk me screen by screen through some particular process. Monday's more geared to all bloggers. So I have that color coded and set up, but you'll see that I had pretty much my future laid out. There's a few things that I need to move around a little bit, but every time an idea comes to me on something that I'd like to do, I just immediately schedule it out in advance. And that's one way that the editorial calendar kind of helps me keep me never really lost for content. I'm usually about, I would say like 2 months ahead as far as ideas are concerned. So that's how I have that set up. The next thing that you can do is you can create content, and I'll show you how to do that. So see this little X in or plus sign in the top right? I'm going to click on that. Now, when I set up CoSchedule, they asked me what types of content that I would be creating. So this isn't all of their options. This is just, these are the options that I selected based on what I plan to do with CoSchedule, but there are like ebooks and there's quite a few other things, but this is what I have. So let's just say in this instance, I'm working on a blog post. You enter in your title. For this case, I'm going to say blog post. You can enter in a description for it. You can tag it. If you have like your tags for your website. Next, you give it a label. So I color code a lot of my things. So for me, Facebook promotion is orange, and the post for all bloggers is pink, and how-to posts is this teal color, and mailing list stuff is yellow. It helps to see that visual on your calendar, and you'll see that when I show you the tasks as well. Next, you can pick an owner. Now, what's nice about CoSchedule is that you can actually assign tasks to different people. So like I could be the the spearhead of this project, but there could be multiple people collaborating with me. And I'll show you that in more detail as we look at the actual tasks. I'm a one-woman show, so for me, it's just me. And then you can schedule when you want that content to go up. This is also where you can schedule that particular post. So I like my posts to go up at 6 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, so I'll set that up. I like it on Wednesday, so it's all good to go. And then I'm going to click Create Blog Post. Now here you actually get an option for how you would like to create your content. There's a text editor that CoSchedule provides so that you can write it right in here, okay? That allows you to be able to edit and never leave CoSchedule until you're ready to schedule that and get it ready to go. And then it converts it over to WordPress. You can also upload a file. There's Google Docs. I believe there's Evernote in here too. I personally use WordPress. The reason why is I use the Divi theme, and I like the template that my Divi theme has for me in there. But you can pick whatever, right? So you click on WordPress, or whatever you end up choosing. Let's wait for it to load. It's just kind of linking it up to WordPress now. What's nice about that is, even though I have this in here, I can click on edit in WordPress. It's going to take me straight to the page where I'm editing that post. But here I'm still able to indicate that, yes, I'm the author. I can specify what category this blog post would fall under, and that would automate it over in WordPress, where it automatically categorizes it for me over there too. So that's a pretty neat feature. My absolute favorite, I swear by, feature in CoSchedule is actually the task template. So I click on this and I can pick different task templates that I have. So I have one that's based on when I want my mailing list email to go out. So one day I'll be drafting my post. One day I'll be editing it for grammar. One day I might be inserting links. I kind of space things out. I also have, and I'll show you this in a second. Let me skip that. I'll get back to that. Let me show you the blog post template. So I have this set up. Now, let me show you, when you create the blog post template, you can edit it at any point, but how I have this set up is I have my blog process, and I have an article on my page that walks you through what my blog process is, but I assign certain days for certain tasks based on when that post is supposed to go live. So for example, I want to start drafting my post at least 7 days before it's scheduled to go publish. So I have in my task template that 7 days before I'm drafting this post. And here's where you can assign tasks to different people if you are collaborating. There's also ways that you can comment on things and have discussions back and forth with people. So I have all these set up based on kind of the pace of how I like to have these tasks laid out. Here's what's cool about this. Let's say I change my mind and I don't want this blog post to go up on June 21st. Maybe I want to reassign it to August 23rd. So when I change that schedule date, it automatically changes the due date for all of these tasks in this template. It automatically moves everything over. That's why I love this. And again, you can edit it at any time. You also saw there's like an ignore weekends feature. So let's say you don't work on the weekends, you can have this set up to where it works around that. So maybe you'll have a few more tasks on Monday or Friday. All right, let's close this off. Let's add this template so you can see it in action. Click apply. See everything laid out. Now, because I've set the date for June 21st, those dates show as overdue, but let's just change this. Let's change the date and see what happens to those. Let's see. Oh, it's still saying that it's overdue. There we go. It had to think for a second. And so now you'll see it's not in red anymore, but it has these brand new due dates. That's an amazing way that I'm able to use this. The other way that I'm able to use this is using add a social campaign. This is not available on all plans, I believe. This is the plan that I have. So you can click here and you can edit the social campaign at any time. But I'm going to show you what it looks like. You can have it set up and work around when you have the publish date. And this system has helped me tremendously with promoting my content across different platforms. I can auto-publish to LinkedIn, Twitter, Google+, Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. And I can say, okay, I want this to go the same day as I publish it. I want some of these posts to go the day after I publish it. I want this to go 2 days after I publish it. I can completely customize things. So I actually have very specific graphics that I use. And I know to apply this template, and then I just go in and change the graphic based on what the new post is, and I might change a bit of my wording. But this helps make sure that I'm really promoting things across social media and I'm very balanced. I also include my week's Instagram posts in here. It may not always be totally related to my blog post, but I like to keep, I'd like to kind of open up a little bit of my personality to you and show you behind the scenes and things like that. But this allows you to lay things out and have a set plan. So I'm not scrambling to know what to post to my Instagram for the week or my social media in general. I pretty much know. This is just my own content. Let me show you what I do with other content in just a second. So let's close this out. And I want to show you another feature that I like to use. Now, you can just add a social media post in here at any point, but I use what's called Riku. Riku is an add-on feature that CoSchedule has, but basically it allows you to promote evergreen content. And what that is content that kind of stands the test of time. So let's say, for instance, I have this post here to Facebook that has tips to get more traffic. Basically, this could be set up to be reposted in a month down the road. So I only schedule it once. I click this add to Riku button. It's kind of set in this queue and it's auto-publishing based on also what worked well. If this did really well last time, this kind of is at the top of the Riku to be put again next month. You can create your Riku settings to say, okay, well, I only want you to post to during these times. I never want you to send the same message more than such and such times a month. Here's how often I want you to post to Twitter, to Facebook, to LinkedIn, to Pinterest. You can customize everything. You can create groups, so you can have different topics. You say, you know what, I only want one post on dogs to go up during this set period of time. You can completely customize that. But this automatically gets this going. A lot of people use the tool Board Booster for this, and that certainly works as well. I just find it so easy to have it all in one place for me. Another nice thing is you can actually see the top content of your site to see how things are performing. So it'll give you a little bit of analytics on how many shares you have on the different social media platforms based on whatever site or whatever post that you might have. So that's another fantastic tool to have. All right, so we covered a few planning out posts, creating content, some of the templates, and social medias. I want to now show you one tool that I use. One of the best ways to increase traffic on your site is by using what I like to call the Facebook group. So that's where you go into a Facebook group and you engage with people, right? You share your content, you look at content from other people, which is also where I'm able to get some pinned posts in there, pin-worthy posts or things to share. So what I can do is I like to set up a template based on when these groups have promo days. So all these groups have different rules. You can't just go in and share your content whenever you want. They'll have like promo Wednesday or share your blog post Thursday. And I kept track of when these key groups were. And so what I now do is I created a task template for that. So let's say, for instance, I want to create it now. I'm going to call it social campaign, and I'm going to say Facebook promo group. Okay, I'm going to label it orange because that's kind of the color code in my head that works for me. I'm going to create that social campaign. What I can do now is I created a task list called Facebook blog promo, and I have it all set up based on, okay, if the week starts Monday, I know that on Monday, I need to go into the Persuasion Nation group, and I put the URL in there, Living Laptop Life, and I put all these items in there. So let me show you. If I add that to the group, to the page, I click apply, this automatically goes in there, okay? Now I can click close. Now if we go back to the calendar, you'll see now that these groups are already in here. So I can go to today's date. So let's say this is Thursday, which it is. And I can click on all of the tasks that I need done for the day. Now you're actually seeing more than normal because I've already done these Facebook promo groups for the week. So you'll see I've already completed these. But I have draft my mailing list is set for today, schedule post. So what I can do is this, you know that pink is my Monday post and green is, or like teal, are my Wednesday posts. So I know right away by looking at the colors, these are different things. What's nice also is I can click on this and this automatically takes me to the page in CoSchedule where I'm working on this document. I could click on edit in WordPress and it pops me over into WordPress. Or if I need to do some work in here, maybe I'm working on the social campaign and things like that. I can work from there. Another way that you can access your tasks is by going to your dashboard. And your dashboard is going to tell you what are today's tasks? What are some things that are past due? What's coming up? Honestly, I never really look at what's over here. If I'm on the dashboard, I look here, but honestly, I just go over to the calendar setting. Now, one word of warning, the calendar can be really overwhelming at times. It can look terrifying when you have everything on there, right? Look at this, yikes, freaking out. Here's my tip for you. Let me just delete this really fast so that it won't look as crazy. So my tip for you is to use this filter over here. There's a very elaborate filter tool that you can use. So I can say, you know what? I only want to see things that are related to my Monday blog posts. And automatically it's taking everything relating to that and it's showing me that feature. But you know what? I don't want to see all this social media. So let me just see the tasks, the blog posts, and that's it. So you can see you only want to see that. Maybe you just want to see things with a certain tag. right? So maybe you want to see, let's say you have tags based on certain topics and you only want to see those to make sure you kind of have a balance in them or something. I don't know. I don't really use that, to be honest with you. The ones I use are social profile. So if I just want to see all my Pinterest posts, I can click on that. I can clear these out at any point as well. So anyway, you have a lot of different options for filtering. All right, so let's say you're on Pinterest. Let me show you another way that you can use CoSchedule as you're looking through Pinterest and scheduling your content. So let's say I see this post and I want to pin it or promote it to any social media. I'm gonna click on it. I load it up, and in the top right, there's this extension that I put on Chrome that is shared through CoSchedule. So it's going to automatically link up my CoSchedule, bring it up, and now I have an opportunity to select any social profiles I want to share this with. So I click Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, whatever. I can choose whether I want it to be a text post, image post, video post, link post. I can completely customize things. I can choose a different image by clicking on this and adding a different image from that page. It's going to automatically detect the different images on that site. All right. Then I scroll down here. I can customize when I want it to go out. I can customize what time, whether it's the best time of the day, or I can add it to Buffer. So there is a connection with Buffer if you pay for that feature, to where Buffer kind of sets up a queue. So it goes, okay, you only want to post to Facebook 3 times a day. So let's say you scheduled more than 4 things today. I'm going to roll that extra post over into the next opening that we have for you. Okay, here's where I can say, you know what, I want to add this to Riku. So I want this to continue promoting maybe next month and the month after and things like that. Once I have this all set up, I can go ahead and click add message. It's going to automatically add it to all my queues, add it to my schedule. I'll be able to see this over there. So that's another great way that I use this feature. But basically, CoSchedule is my whole brain in my business, and it keeps track of everything for me. It automates so much of the process. So it just is a sanity saver for me. My brain is at ease. So I hope that helps. But if you have any questions on this topic, please feel free to ask me. I'm so passionate about this platform and how it has helped me. So I would love to help you with that as well. All right, everyone, have a great day.